Hello everyone, welcome back. My redwood. This is my kind of smaller forest with the camper van in it. So as you can see, it's been left to its own devices for a little while, so it needs a bit of a clean up now and a bit of a pruning back on the trees. Now we can see what we're doing. So we'll bring the camera. Moss has got really thick. We'll bring the camera in a bit closer and we'll work through it, and we'll get it all cleaned up. So the first thing we'll do, just get rid of the camper van out of the way anyway for now, is I'll prune up the trees and then we'll clean up the landscape, because we'll be dropping stuff onto the landscape anyway, so may as well do the trees first. I'll just get this tray or something here that I can collect all the rubbish and bits in. Okay, so we'll start I suppose with the main tree and we'll work our way from there. I'll just prune this branch back so it's not that tree back there. Okay, so I want to kind of leave this branch long so that this one is dead. I'll take that one off. So it kind of goes over the track that's not there anymore, but we'll put it back in. Let's get rid of some of these buds back here that we won't want. So this one we can, because this one's coming towards the front, we'll need to get rid of that. Keep it inside the tray. And we've got this branch back here. Then we've got a thick one just above it which is no buds on it, and the same with this one here. So we'll just get rid of that one as well. Okay, we've got a bit of a lump here we can get rid of. Get up, mate. Pruners. So take that back to there. I think I'll take this whole branch off. Actually, there's a bud here and I'll probably send out more buds around there. Like with my bigger ones, I want to try and keep this as compact, these trees as compact as I can. Okay, so this guy, I've got this coming in so we can get rid of that. Stuff we can get rid of. Branch here we can get rid of, and that one, and the rest I think I'll leave for now. To put on the trunk here we probably won't want. Okay, this branch above it, and we'll just take it back to here for now. Take that one off completely. Again up here we got a stub. I'll just take that branch back like that. So I'll bring the camera up a bit now. Now here we've got a bit of bar branching going on. I've got this one here and I've got this one. It's not really swelling or anything at the moment. I need to get rid of one now. I think I'll wait. I'll give it another while. We'll wait until we see which one looks better in leaf. We'll take this one back though. Just wondering about this one's. I'll take that one right back to there. If it sends out buds then okay, if it doesn't then that's the one we'll get rid of. Up here we've got a few bits going on. Swing that round to the back. We've got this big branch at the back. And we got dead stub in here. Don't want that big branch at the back. It does kind of come across. I kind of want to cross the path So I think I will keep it. You know, it's a bit big, but it is at the back, so it's not too bad. So we will take away this little one, and then we come up. It's got this little one here, and this one on this side. Let's take that one back to there. Again, we've got a few bits of old stubs and stuff. Let's take them out. This one's kind of growing a bit up straight, so we'll get rid of that. Back to there. Back to there. This branch up here, we can reduce some of this back a bit, I think. Just back down there. May get rid of that branch and keep these buds again when the time comes. So I'm going to leave a few more buds up here then down below, because I'm going to grow some newer branches up here. Get rid of some of these heavier ones. Okay, so up into the apex. That's the apex up there. I'll have to put the camera on something. Okay, so up here on the apex, I think we need to decide on a chop point for it. Obviously I want this the tallest tree, but we can definitely chop it back a bit, and I'm thinking we could take it back. It's going to be bigger pruners for this. Just looking. Maybe here. This part here. You grow that as a cutting, because they do grow pretty easy, but I do have quite a few of them now, so probably won't bother. Okay, so that'll reduce the top back. Just cut that at an angle more. Stop the water sitting on it. You can see there where it was cut back the last time. It's healing over nicely. And now it will be cut back here. So you just kind of keep it from getting too big and keep it tapering. Okay, so I think that is more or less done. So we'll come back down now and we'll have a look at this tree next to it. Okay, so you can see this tree is covered in buds all over the trunk. So I'm gonna have to do a bit of branch selection with it. Now the thing is, are these branches a bit low? Do I want them this low, or should I start more up here? I'm thinking I will. I think I'm going to push the branches up a bit and make these the lower branches. Again, this is where it was cut. I chopped it off, and a lot of these other bits are the pieces that I chopped off. I think they all took. So I'm going to clear all this off. Just like that. So these can be our first branches now. So we just select a couple. So we've got this one down here. There's a lot of buds on it, so again we'll leave the buds, and when they grow we'll kind of do a bit more of a branch selection. I'll take this back one out. If we're going to keep this front one, we'll keep this one. Again we've got a couple here, so I'll take this back one out. I'll just reduce that one back. These two here are kind of opposite, so maybe I'll take this one, leave this one above it. Again we've got opposites here. Maybe I'll take this one out, these two, because this branch from this tree will fill that gap. Okay, again moving up the tree. It's quite bare here, but there is lots of buds popping on it. So we'll just reduce these back. Branches from the tree behind. You can see all the buds all the way up the trunk. Now we do want to reduce this one in height, so maybe we'll come to somewhere like here and we'll just chop that one back. Take that branch off. Okay, so that's about it for that one. So I'll go through the trees, we'll work away, and then after a little while we'll come back and see how we're getting on. What I will do as well is just give them a light brushing over, just to get rid of any. We've had lots and lots of rain, so everything's sticking. Get rid of all old leaves sticking to it, and we have to clean the trunks as well, but that'll come in a while. Okay, so I'll work away and we'll come back in a minute. Okay, so I think we're done with the pruning. I've chopped them all back. Chopped them all back. So yeah, we'll leave them grow. This one's slightly taller than this one back here, so we could have chopped this one back maybe a bit more, but we'll see. I want this one smaller anyway because it's further back. Maybe this one could be brought back to here, maybe like that. We'll see how it grows from there. Okay, so next job is to clean up the landscape. You can see it's a lot of old leaves and stuff falling off. We've got weeds and everything in there. So let's see if we can get in there with a brush, maybe will that help. It's a bit soft. Get the bulk of it off with a brush, and then we'll have to go in with our tweezers and try and get them all out. So just rot away into your moss and end up going to mush and killing all the moss under it. Okay, so I'd say this now is going to take a while. Especially when I'm picking out the. So we've got a fern here. I'm going to reduce this, take out some of these bigger leaves. Like that. Okay, so again, we'll pause the video for a little while and I'll keep going with cleaning all this lot off. The fact that they're wet doesn't help, but if I was waiting for them to dry, I could be waiting a couple of months, so because it's just raining continuously for the last 2 weeks now. Really heavy rain too, everywhere's flooding. The roads are all flooding and everything. Okay, so I'll keep going. We'll come back in a while and see how we're getting on. Okay, so what I'm going to do, rather than trying to clear it all off in one go because it's just taking forever, is I'm just going to work a bit at a time around, pick a section, work on that section. So I'm clearing off as much of the, now I've lost my tweezers, as much of the old leaves as I can, and I'm also clearing out the moss from around the trees. Take out any weeds as well while I'm at it. Under here I keep finding rocks. There's a couple of big rocks here but you couldn't even see them, so I probably won't even bother putting them back in. Just getting buried with the moss anyway. Think of another more. There's another rock under here. Little one, so I'll just take it out. Just adding weight and you can't even see them anyway. I don't know if it's worth being too fussy because chances are by next spring all this moss will have kind of died off because it'll have over the winter either just rotted away because it's got too wet, or it'll just get so big that I'll end up having to take it all out anyway. But I may as well try and keep some while it is nice. We'll keep some for now, and like that we can replace it in the spring. And see if I can just prune some of this back a bit. I don't mind it kind of mounding up a bit just to give it different heights. Just here at the front here it's getting a little bit. Just kind of round it off a bit. I don't think it'll take long to green up again. I like this moss here, this one. It's got like a dwarf fern look about it. A bit of liverwort in there. Give the trunks a bit of a rub. You don't even hear that moss that's growing on the trunks like that. And then we'll just get our finer stuff. Just put a bit of that in around the trunks just to clean it up a bit. And then we'll just keep going and work our way on. So I'll keep going, we'll do another bit and then we'll come back. Okay, so we've got this kind of side of the path done. I got rid of the that macadamia that I put in. It looked too much like you'd have in your garden, like gravel around the trees. It looked too limited. imitation, so I'm going to just use a little bit of compost just to fill in to hide the bits of white from the pumice and stuff. Okay, so we'll start on our path now next, and then we can do this side. So again, go in with our tweezers, get rid of all our weeds and stuff, and we'll lay our car tracks back in. A little bit of water in here. That's where one of our tracks was, through there. Now our centre bit of moss is taken, so it should look a little bit better now once we get it all cleaned off. Kind of needles from the trees, when they're wet they stick to everything. You can see here this plant stuff that grows on all my trees plagues me. It's starting to take over here, this moss. So I will be taking this out, this whole section, probably in the spring. So I don't want this stuff taking over. It can cover the whole planting. This one isn't too bad. I had another one which was like a lime greeny colour, and that used to grow really rampant. This variegated one doesn't seem to grow as much, and it's more kind of ground covering. The other stuff, the other one used to, if you left it, would cover the trees and all. Covered half my benches and everything in the past, so at least this one isn't too bad, but it does creep through the moss, as you can see, and spread. Now again, with my path, I'm not going to use the akidama this time. I have got all this kind of mixture of all sorts of gravels and bits and pieces, so I'll use that. Looks a bit more natural looking, but I think before we do our path, we'll do all that side and we'll put the path in last, because no doubt there'll be bits flying from everywhere going on it. Okay, so we'll keep going with the tidying up of it. Just cut that moss a bit. This is the moss I was talking about at a lake. You You can see it kind of grows like almost like miniature ferns. It's good to have kind of a, you see when you brush this it flicks all over the place. I just don't have the patience of Nigel to pick everyone out. But I might have to, once I get the bulk of them, I'm not too worried there's a few left. I just don't want it big clumps of them rotting away. The odd few is alright. There's loads of rock buried under there. I won't take it out though because it'll all disturb all the track and everything, so we'll leave it. So our weather has been pretty bad, a lot of rain, but it is mild. It's still about 13 degrees. The nights don't seem to get too cold either, so I would rather that than some of you guys out there suffering with all the snow. Clean around this tree again. Let's plug out the moss from around it. That'll just rot away on your bark if you don't. You see how it climbs up the trunks. Let's keep picking it out around there. Okay, so we'll keep going and we'll come back in again in another while. Okay, I think we're more or less done. I just need to put my roadway in now. I found another rock here and another big one back here to put in, but I was debating whether to take them out, but then I realised that the roots from the trees, you can just about see that one in there maybe, is growing over the rock. But if I bring around to the back here, you can see this rock here, all the roots are really covering over growing over the top of the rock. So I thought I'll leave them, because next spring I may take everything off, leaving the rocks more exposed, drop the compost down a bit, maybe rake it all back, so then the rocks are more pronounced out to the ground and you'll have the roots growing over the rocks, so that could be a feature. So I just stuck these last couple of rocks back in, don't just sat them on the top, and that one back there. So let's just put in our bit of our roadway like that. This is just a mixture of anything and everything. There's different sands and soot stuff and all sorts of stuff, so it'll be just a little bit more natural looking. There's a kind of a dirt road, then the kind of pristine looking ectoderma. Didn't manage to get every needle out, but I did get quite a few. I've been at it probably an hour now, so I think what I've got done is probably enough for now. Flatten that down a little bit. Don't know if you can hear, but it's really coming down again, the rain outside. Okay, so I'll just wet that. So you can see there's some black sand and everything in it. And like I said, when I clear all these rocks off next year and lift it slightly and skim off all the moss and drop it down, leaving the rocks exposed with all the roots over it, should look quite well. Okay, so all that's left is to set our camper back in. Still a few little weeds here and there, but I've done this is only for you can go back in there. He's motoring along. He probably have his thing up, but maybe he's just stopped for a cup of tea. Maybe it's Tom. Okay, so I'll just tilt this up and bring the camera back a bit so you can see the finished job. Give it a little twirl around so you can see. At the moment they're like sticks in the pot, but they do fill out quite a lot in the summer. So it's good to get in there and get them pruned right back now while I can. I will touch up some of these bigger wounds with some cut paste, I suppose. Just for the sake of it. We will call it a day for this one. You can go back out in the rain. A bit on the top. I've chopped them all down. Okay. So that's it for this one. Went on a bit long, but I tried to pause it as much as I can without I'm still showing you kind of roughly what I was doing. So leave that. So as always guys, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the like button, all that kind of stuff, and we will see you on the next one.